think we're live. Gonna be trying to change up how my view is on my camera, so bear with me. Oh, it's not what I wanted. Oh, well. There we go. Well, I think that's just gonna be how it is. Okay. Well, we are 3.5 minutes away from seeing what the Xbox Game Showcase is. Hi everybody, I'm Ghosty, and just like you see on screen, we are waiting for the next showcase from Xbox and see what they have to offer, this year and going into next year and even further beyond. I've been a huge Xbox fan for all my life, even during and ongoing dark period of Xbox. Still hopeful for like their vision and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm always excited to see what they have to offer, just because Game Pass and all of that. So yeah, I think the show's probably gonna go for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and then they have the Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds. I always get that and Outer Wilds mixed up. But they are, Outer Worlds 2, direct afterwards. So it'll be interesting to see what that is. I never played through the first one just because got sidetracked with time. But I like that studio, so I'm interested to see what they got. And also, this is the first live stream that I've done. Don't know how it's coming across. I guess I'll find that out afterwards. But yeah, pretty exciting. I don't know how to get the chat window up. Let's see. Checking some things. "30 seconds. Xbox Game Studios presents. Ooh. I'm excited for this one. I think it's Clockwork Revolution. Okay, Day 1000.
You think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up.
Okay, so it's an
They're
FPS.
not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out.
It's very
Stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology,
immersive
which we
simulator
need to
kind of
improve
thing.
our market
And
share.
BioShock.
What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought
Guess
to our side
not supposed to
through
stand
the
next to
power
rifts anymore.
of capitalism.
Or in that game.
Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart
Very BioShock. I forget which studio is making this. I think it's the We Happy Few developers.
Every last bit that I save is intended for you.
But it's very arcane, but also Bethesda. Oh, it's Obsidian Studios. Oh, wait a minute. This is the Outer Worlds.
Although the cost may be high.
Okay, that's
One day, I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and burning for you.
okay.
For you.
An adventure made for capitalism by capitalism. Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
Okay. Thought that was that Clockwork Revolution one from the We Happy Few studios, but
World premiere.
that looks pretty fun.
Babe, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
What
No,
the
it would
hell?
fix everything. Humanzapro.
Oh, okay. Yes, the second one. High on Life 2. Definitely not gameplay. I'm excited to see what they do with this one. It was a lot of fun. Oh! Snapping turtle flamethrower? That's dope. Oh, interesting. Oh. That's cool.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
I like it. This winter? I don't know if I believe that. That was very CG video.
World premiere.
Who knows? Maybe they've been working on it for a while and it is ready to come out. the Hellblade developers. Okay. Got him. What is this? Kind of giving Stan some time. Oh, a new Plague Tale game. Cool. Still need to play the second one, but I think that kind of took precedence.
And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We delivered Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming.
Really good.
So
deal
what's
still.
next? How can we give you even more freedom,
Oh.
more choice, more ways to play?
bad.
Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows.
I've had more time to
On this
game,
Xbox, you can play games across
like,
your entire
on the
library,
go or at
including
work.
all the Windows PC
I
game
probably would
stores,
get one of
from
these,
Xbox and
but
Battle.net to Steam,
I
GOG, and
just don't have
Ubisoft
time
Connect.
to-
And the
play.
highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silk Song will be
Or if I, like,
available
travel a
at
lot,
launch and
it'd be
in Game
very
Pass
useful.
when the Ally releases later
'Cause
this
I use
year.
my
In
Steam
fact,
Deck.
every new game you
whenever I
see in
travel,
today's
and that's
show
pretty
will be
nice.
playable on the
But
Xbox
if it
Ally.
could link to the Xbox Game
We have
Pass,
always
like,
wanted you
library,
to have the unique experience of Xbox
really cool.
on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox
also
Play
money,
Anywhere.
So, you know,
Whether you're playing on console,
Won't be getting one of
PC,
those-
Smart
these
TV,
anytime
or
soon.
any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And
That is
because it's
pretty
Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse
I
lineup
remember
of
being a
games from the
kid
biggest
back in the Halo
franchises
2
to critically
like,
acclaimed
days and
indie
Halo
hits.
3 days, thinking,
This
man,
is the freedom we
it'd
believe
be
players
so
should
cool
have.
to
Any
actually
game,
take
anywhere.
my games on the go.
And we are giving it our
lo
all
and behold,
every
it's
day
here,
to
and I
make this
don't use
vision
it.
real. But it all comes back to the
Grown
games.
up.
From Dead
But,
to Rights
yeah,
on the
that's-
original Xbox to Armored Core
as
6,
an Xbox gamer, that's
our
what I've
relationship
always
with
wanted,
Bandai Namco Entertainment has
just don't
stood
have
the test
time
of
for
time.
gaming as much
We
anymore.
both believe in bringing amazing experiences to
go,
players
guys.
around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
I will, Sarah Bond. Thank you. Bandai Namco. Oh, he's looking at us. Oh,
Monsters have always been here. Watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light.
anything?
We feared for our lives. But we should have feared
What a
for our
church.
souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though.
Hey, there's my chat.
They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
I see the chat. Yeah, the streaming Xbox, they canceled that a few years back. I think it was during a lot of the
Trapped between the two
Activision. They
worlds.
just shelved it for a while. Said it's still kind of in the works, but
Fighting to understand the evil
I don't expect to see it
behind
for
it
a
all.
while.
He is out there watching, seeping into you.
This one does look interesting. Blood of Dawn. Might try that out. Oh, it's interesting how they have the Xbox Cloud shown at the bottom of it now. Biblically accurate vampires, yes.
World premiere.
When Jesus took on the hordes of vampires. Oh, that's cute. Mario? Oh, Super Meat Boy. Oh, are they making like a 3D? Nice. Okay. Honestly, did not think I would see another game from them. This was like popular back in the 360 and PlayStation 3 days. Whoa. Rated E for everyone, by the way.
Super Meat Boy 3D!
Okay. What's the next one? Is this another Elder Scrolls Online thing?
Watch your back, Yakumo.
No?
You're a wanted criminal now.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Very anime. I'm digging it.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
The Dark Dragon.
This is it.
Sayori.
Oh, okay.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
It's the next Ninja Gaiden. Those were always those games that I could never play. Back when I was like growing up, that was the Dark Souls of that era. If you could play Ninja Gaiden and beat it, you were a legend. And honestly, it's probably still pretty freaking hard. Interesting. Yeah, they announced it, I think at the beginning of this year. There's like 2 ninjas that you get to play as. Looks pretty interesting. Xbox Play Anywhere. Ooh, Bethesda. Is it the next Elder Scrolls? No. It never is. Still need to continue playing that game. It was fun.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
I don't think it got Game of the Year.
This is where it starts.
Ugh. Yeah.
Beneath the streets of Rome.
The DS playing.
Enter the city of Antioch.
Wild. Okay, so I guess this is
Find a
DLC
secret
for
relic.
Indiana Jones.
Bring it back to the Holy See.
It belongs in a museum.
Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
Templars, giants, digging it. Yes, biblically accurate Indiana Jones. Okay. Very cool. Glad to see they're still supporting it. World premiere.
はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。
Oh. Treants?
輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
This very early on gameplay. See how stuttery it was. That robot had a snake in it. Man, it looks cool. She didn't seem very bothered by that.
人類は滅亡を待つのみ。
Can I pet that dog? No, robot! Beast of Reincarnation.
封じ後エマ、お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Tree vines are showing. Okay. Interesting. And they are just trucking along. No time for conversation, just go, go, go. I like that. Oh,
the glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine.
Yes, this is the one I was thinking about.
Because they sweep their filth down to us.
This one, I'm excited for it.
Here's to playing in the mud.
Okay.
Life here ain't for the
Steampunk
soft-hearted.
Bioshock.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
Well,
it ain't for the spineless.
It's not the beginning of the video.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
And as sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
I love him.
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been
Willy
burgled!
Wonka?
Griswick.
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
That dude was cool.
They were, trust your instincts, sir.
Tall.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Bring
very
steam
quick,
back on.
agile.
Go on.
With a mustache.
Steampunk bat.
I
That's what I meant to
see.
say.
Quite fashionable.
That's the
Okay.
fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time.
Oh, you create your
Breaking in is
character
the
and they
easy
like
part.
put it on the wanted posters. That's cool.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah,
Quite the
I have
mutton
a
chops.
customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy! There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here,
Pretty bold move
it's
to
all
do right in
sharp
front of the
edges,
customer, you know.
empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no!
I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing pan of peaches!
You'd
Okay, I
either
like
got a
that
gang
little-
at your back
little doll.
or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order. They keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
I love how the robots look.
They just want us beaten, broken.
Yeah, it is
and too
longer
scared
than I
to fight
expected
back.
a trailer to be for this game.
Want to kill him?
That's why it pays to be clever and well armed.
I feel like it's only showing us like 2 of the main people that you go after, which is kind of cool.
Let's go and end a few arguments.
Okay.
Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse.
Steampunk Baldur's Gate.
Time.
I don't think it'll be that intricate of a dialogue, but if it is, I'll be
And if
impressive.
they can rewrite history, they can rewrite
That's
us.
cool.
But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can fit it with
That's
time.
awesome.
Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as
Very
we know
Prince of
it.
Persia of them.
One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
I feel like this game is gonna be full of like one-liners, but I love it. Okay, I know which ability I'm going after.
Now let me
Coming in
alone
due
and
time.
piss off!
Okay, no release date, but in due time. That one looks cool.
Our creative teams are dedicated to bringing
booty.
players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our
Another one I
teams
need to go
across
back to.
Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility
I wonder if they're
of
gonna
where
mention
and
Fable at
how
all.
they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles
wishlist.
and PC will be Xbox Play
I've
Anywhere.
contemplated
On behalf of our
getting a
creative
lot of
teams,
my like
thank
Xbox
you.
games on Steam,
These
but
experiences
it's kind
don't
of hard
stop when you
once
put
you get
down
Game
the controller.
Pass, play it for a little
As you've
bit,
seen in recent years,
then you'd have to go
more
and restart
and more
it.
of our
But
characters, stories, and
at least with
worlds
Steam,
are
you can do a lot of
expanding
like modding
to
and
brand new
stuff. I don't know if you
audiences
can
through
with the
TV
Xbox
and
PC
film.
games.
A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought
Chicken
millions
jockey.
of players into the game. We have more projects in
excited
the
for that
works
second season.
as
It's
gaming
supposed to come out
continues to
in
influence
December, I
film and
believe.
television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October.
Okay.
Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct, but until then, let's take a look.
World
premiere.
premiere.
Xbox Game Studios. Okay. Fable?
I told you,
No,
you can't
not
run
Fable.
from me, you foul beast.
Huh. Oh, is this
With new flexible legs, the yoke
Oh,
curve
what
action
is that
figure
Honey, I
can
Shrunk
ride
the Kids game?
anything.
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park.
Yep.
Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating
sequel
the
to it.
2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will
Okay.
and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle, and Dr. Tully when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts.
It's nice to see they all survived. Grounded, thank you. Yes, I think it's Grounded too.
You gotta keep them separated.
Okay. I like how it's the same characters. Song choice is great. Probably need to lower it a little bit. Yeah, Grounded was a lot of fun, but it got tough in the later game. Wow. Okay.
The predecessor,
The predecessor.
ND3500 reached. Accessing
Sounded like the
predecessor's
Chosen.
travel log. Attempting data salvage.
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan.
Yeah, definitely made for more than just 2 people.
Recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area
Interesting.
is highly unusual.
I like how they're showing a lot of newer IP.
They become exceptionally aggressive.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Not orphans. It's always the orphanage. Kronos.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Gross.
Such is our calling.
Interesting. Good squelch. Elder Scrolls? Oh. Elder Scrolls Online. Wrong cave to be in, little dude. I'm sure for people who play this game, they're just like, yeah, more stuff. Let's go. Yeah, she retired around like 2020. Just got tired of all the drama and stuff. Unfortunate. She had some good content. What is this?
Mayday! Mayday! Code 1 to mission control. We're falling!
You don't say.
Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time.
The lip sync's off a little bit.
Evacuate now. Thomas, come in.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world to save mankind, and I'll always love you for that.
Wait, is this that one that has Matthew McConaughey in it? Oh. Lower just a little bit. Good song choice. Okay, this seems like my kind of game. I like it. Looks like it's just a story of somebody crashing on an uncharted planet, and they've got to just survive.
Wherever you are, I'll find you.
Okay. I'll be playing that one. Hey, it's Thomas. End of the game. No need to play. Oh, well. I think Thomas is no longer with us. Danger Bill Robinson.
World premiere.
What else you got for us?
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's
European
a
NASA.
little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand.
Interesting.
A hotel famous across the land.
I'm here for it.
Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command. Here at the grave.
Oh, well, here's a gun.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
Interesting. Okay, I like it.
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off.
This seems like a very satisfying game.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just
Oh,
make sure the locals don't
and you're a
know wind of
thief.
what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will wicker man your ass.
You keep looking into
That's what it's looking like.
things are gonna start looking back. Don't make the same
Power
mistakes your
washer,
father
home renovation, Ghostbuster simulator.
This place. The only one you can really trust is me.
The cat? What's this game? I feel like this game has everything. Musical, first-person shooter. The satisfaction you get with Power Wash Simulator. Okay. I will definitely be playing that. Put it on the roster of games to play. 44 minutes in, I'm still going.
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens. And when we need their help, they send us a hero. Who would have guessed the defender
I think this is that,
would be my daughter?
Nope. Not what I was
She
thinking it was.
unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
Oh. Well, that's one way to get rid of them. Wait, is this Age of Empires? Yeah, I think this is Age of Empires. Oh, Age of Mythology.
You
Okay.
can't rule if the heavenly spear is mine.
Okay. Okay, I like how this is opening up.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가? 만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까?
They say this was Korea?
당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
Is it their own Yakuza style game? Oh, no. Definitely not Yakuza style. Okay. Almost looks very Splinter Cell.
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가?
Oh, it is zombies.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가? 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다.
Okay.
지정태.
Yes. Woohoo. Mudang. 2 hearts. Okay. I'm playing that for sure. Like I watch a lot of Korean
World
zombie
premiere.
shows on Netflix, and I love it. So that one was made for me.
E ora
Oh, hey, that game.
lo ite fativi. Novo. Te che maite mana.
Oh, it definitely doesn't seem super original in their story choice for that last game, but I'm here for the cliches. I never played this one, but I heard it was really, really good. I remember you played it, Alice, for a while. It is pretty. That's cool. I know the fact that I've played Limbo, I'd probably love this game, but just never got around to playing it. Oh. Okay. A lot of 2026 release dates, but yeah, frustrating puzzles definitely suck a lot of the fun out of things. Elder Scrolls? Oh, Fallout 76. They have fishing now.
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity.
Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to
Man,
the
the
bank,
TV show did
cast your
wonders for
line,
this game.
and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
What do you got on there, Jed?
Worms.
And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout.
Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
All right. Gone fishing.
World premiere.
Well, you're dead. Huh, interesting. That's an anime I need to watch. I heard it's really good. Seems like a very generic, hey, this anime's done good, let's make a game out of it. I'll have to check it out and see what some of those parodies are. A few guys at work have just been like, oh, it's so cool, you need to check it out. I'm just like, okay. It's on its first season. I'll probably check it out. Maybe its third season, if it gets one.
World premiere.
I'm sold. What is this? Is this Pal World? Nope. Just another Monster Hunter kind of thing. Just smack that dinosaur's ass. Looks interesting. Okay. It's very Pal World looking. But it's almost like you capture them and you can actually play as them. Animo. Go get those animos.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey,
it's Tony
what
Hawk,
up, Tony
Pro
Hawk?
Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer.
Oh,
Tony Hawk's Pro
cool.
Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Probably gonna have to... a turmeric commercial with Tony Hawk. Man, those games were so fun. And I heard the 1 and 2 remake was really cool. I just really, really hope they do the Underground series at some point. Yeah, it is kind of weird that it was just a turmeric spice commercial. Oh, that's cool. I like how they show what it used to look like. Huh. One of those was, hey, buy this turmeric pill and it'll make all your health issues go away. Hey, the turtles. Mikey. Oh, that's cool. The Doom Slayer. Cool.
World premiere.
Man, they're still going. Interesting. Pretty art style. Yeah, I always liked the special characters that you would get in the Tony Hawk games. Spider-Man was always cool. Yeah, a lot of new IP in this showcase, which is always cool. Interesting. Wait, is this Spirit Fair? That's actually really cool. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Fates in. At Fates in. Okay. That looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Like the dialogue during the battle, that's cool. Oh. Spoiler. Again and again, because we can't make a good Gears sequel. They make okay sequels. Now it's on PlayStation.
Look who decided to show up.
You think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix? Looks like they upgraded.
Nice.
Let's do this.
I mean, I would like a new Gears game if it actually was good like the original first two. But now it's kind of gone the same way of Halo, just like the story is all convoluted. But I never actually played the Unreal games. I played some of the demos and stuff on 360, but never like early day PC because I grew up console gamer. I always heard they were really good though.
World premiere.
Bridge song. Is it gonna turn into a horror game? Soul Patch facial hair. It was very hip in those days. Oh, Persona games. Nice. I know a lot of people go crazy for those games, so it's funny how you never saw it on like Xbox and now it's just Xbox. Another one.
The Smugglers League is always there.
Ah, Sea of Thieves.
But you won't see us. You won't hear us. And the only way you'd ever know it is if that's what we wanted. As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Yeah, I never played them myself, but everybody I've heard that talks about them loves them.
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable.
Sea of Thieves is fun. Like, I played it during the Pirates of the Caribbean expansion and when it first released. Just never had like a big group to play with.
Stealing, of course, is always an option.
But it's come a long ways since
Just do
launch.
whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League.
And goodbye.
You're paying for that.
Nice. Alright, we're an hour and 4 minutes in. They got more?
World
They've got more.
premiere.
Okay, wasn't expecting that.
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
Deadpool? Oh, an Invincible game. What?
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Is it a fighting game or an open world game? Still need to watch the new season of this.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Except our rules.
I like the animation style.
I'd like to propose a third option.
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I trusted you.
Yeah. This game will either make it or break it in the fighting game world. The power of friendship.
Yeah, you like this? It's an army.
I am ending you. I see it all now.
Maybe. It might have been the Mortal Kombat announcer. Skybound Games, Core Drive. Who's Skybound Games? I don't... They sound familiar, but I can't remember what they've done. Oh, are they finally... They're finally doing it. Okay. God, I remember they announced this game back in the PS4 days. And PlayStation had like a long exclusive for it. Okay.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Know your place, little lamb.
Is this a Castlevania? Oh no, it's Final Fantasy 16. I've heard this one is actually really good.
Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being, but she may yet be saved by you.
Oh, nice. Another one.
World premiere.
What's it gonna be? Ooh, Double Fine. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Huh. I'm sold. Aw. Gave him a little accessory. That's cool. Oh. Yep, a walking lighthouse. That interacts with giant eyeballs and other objects. Okay. Wow, it's coming out this year.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating
What up, Phil
unique
Spencer?
and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today,
What is UPG?
you've seen an
I'm drawing a
incredible
blank on
range
what
of
UPG
games
is.
from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile,
But yeah,
reaching for
that's a
new
lot of cool
heights
games. I like
with
how this one.
Revolution.
I like this.
Sluggerfly,
This was a good
making
show.
Team meets modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. and Team Ninja returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere.
Ooh, here
Enjoy.
we go. What is it?
World premiere.
What's that butterfly?
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader.
What is this?
Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives.
Is this another Starfield?
Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me
Can't remember his
introduce
name,
you
but
to our
that actor.
esteemed visionary.
For too long,
Is this a Kojima
we have been
thing?
bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations
Cool tattoo.
instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering
Save
the
the
future
cheerleader.
of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
Interesting. Oh. What? Interesting. Huh.
Fear is a powerful thing.
Oh.
David Mason. Menendez.
Oh, interesting. Huh. Well, that Microsoft budget is definitely helping them a little bit. Okay. All right, another Call of Duty. All right. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that actor in Call of Duty, but I don't know. Call of Duty stories are kind of a dime a dozen. Yeah, I was really hoping they would go back to the days of
Welcome
not
to Obsidian Entertainment.
annual
We
yearly
here at the
release.
studio have joked around
but-
that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year
Oh, well.
and now ending the year with 2 more games.
It's their cash
What better
cow
way
now,
to cap
so.
this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best: sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so much.
What?
No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great
Sonic.
franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no raccoon tail. No sequel, no Zune 2. Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2. I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Interesting.
Let the killing commence.
I really need to play the first one of this. Like, I played it for a little bit and I really enjoyed it, but it's just one of those things
The Outer
that
Worlds 2 is a sequel to The
hit
Outer
save
Worlds
and
1.
never
It's
came back
a
to it.
continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper and more complex
yeah,
with everything.
no,
for
I
the
like that
sequel.
show. I
Deeper
liked
story,
how,
lore, RPG interactions, reactivity.
like
all
how
the
many
things
new
we've been known
IPs
for as a
there were,
company. It's really a
but
complete realization of everything people want
not
from an Obsidian
really
game.
a whole lot
Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25
shown
years
from
that I've
what
had the
they've
chance to do
like
a full
showed in the
sequel
past.
for a world that I
Like
helped
Fable,
co-create.
I know
It's
that's
really
just
a fantastic
it's coming out
opportunity to explore
later,
and expand the universe in
but it's
interesting
still
ways,
just one of those things
and
like
to go
I
even
really
further
want
with
to see
the themes of
gameplay
how
for that.
people are affected by living in a
They announced
dystopian corporate
Gears
reality.
You can shoot your way through
last
it, you
year,
can talk your
one
way
where
through
it
it, you can
tells the
sneak your way through it.
story of
And
Marcus
so,
before
no matter what kind of play style
even
that
the
you
first
like,
Gears.
this is just an awesome
I was
franchise
hoping
and
to see
an
more of
awesome
that, but they
game
didn't
to
show
jump
it.
into, even if it's your first one.
But yeah,
the first Outer
they
Worlds
showed a lot
was
of cool
great
stuff.
base to start
I'm
from.
shocked
It
to
has
see it
all the
grounded
elements
too
of a great
so
Obsidian
soon.
RPG. Interesting characters, deep
But
worlds,
Obsidian's
important
kind of
choices.
that studio for Xbox
In the Outer Worlds
that's
2,
been
not only
cranking
did we
out
want to
games
double
left and
down
right
on those
that are
elements, but we wanted to
actually
give
good.
players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills
But
and
yeah,
traits
I was
that impact things like combat.
I was intrigued
conversations,
with
and
that
areas
actor
we call
for the Call of
RPG
Duty
interactions,
announcement. I was like, oh, this
which
kind
are
of
the
looks
part of
like
the world where players can use their specific skills,
oh, what was
perks, and
that one?
backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our
It was
new,
from
bigger
Remedy.
worlds.
Why can't I think of it?
I love a deep RPG experience,
Anyways,
and building out that RPG
but
crunchiness for our players
that
was at the
Remedy's
forefront of what we set out to
studio
create.
that made Alan
We
Wake and all that,
prioritize those deeper RPG
game that came out on
options with
Xbox
different
One.
character builds and combos
I thought it was
so
something
players
similar
can
to
express
that,
their
but
role-playing power fantasy.
yeah, since it's Call of Duty, it's just like, whatever.
We also have different
But yeah,
equipment
new
options for
games.
different play
I'm
styles.
definitely more of a new games
different
kind of person
companions
these
with different
days.
abilities.
Just because the bigger games are just kind of blending together now. So all the like tower game from Double Fine, I'm looking forward to that.
In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would
the Outer
begin to
Worlds
define your
too.
personal
I'm excited to
experience in the
see
game.
a second one of
You
it
can
just
make any kind of
because
character you want, but we've given
Obsidian's
you a
really
role.
made a name
That
for
role is
themselves
an
the past
Earth
couple of
Director
years.
agent.
But
you can think of them
yeah,
as kind of like
a lot of
space
the
cowboys or space
bigger
sky
name
marshals.
stuff. I'm just like, eh.
They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Director. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that
High
you're
on Life
roused
2.
about and you
I'm
just
excited
had
to see
nothing
that
better
one.
to do.
That was another one. I'm just trying to
After
think
you
back
pick
of
your
all
background,
the
one of the really important choices
stuff that we
you have
saw.
next is
High on
choosing your
Life 1, I
traits.
played that, and it was
While we
it
have
was a lot of
attributes
fun.
in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into
very
traits
funny,
for the
and then
Outer
all
Worlds
that
2, which are
controversy
these
of
big
the
changes to your
creator
character
came
depending
out,
on which ones you pick.
the Rick and Morty guy.
So it could be something like brilliant.
And then I was
and you
like,
can
oh,
tag
never
extra
going to see
skills
any
and you
more
start
games
getting
from that
extra
studio,
skill
so
points. And
since
that's
they have
obviously
him
really
out
great if
and
that's how you want to build
it's
your
under new
character. You can
management
also go
stuff,
and do
it's
something like Lucky,
cool to see
where
that
you
they're
get
still
extra critical
going
chance,
forward.
And you also get a lot of really cool
Planet of
options throughout the
Nala,
game as well.
or Lana. Yeah,
Of course,
Planet
we
of
brought
Lana
back
2.
dumb,
That looks
so-
really cool.
so players
I need
love
to
the
play
dumb
first one of that
option.
too. But
you
yeah,
believe
just
in
all the new
science?
stuff. I really liked seeing that.
Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries.
I do like
your
the
adventurous spirit to good
humor
use.
they
Get,
put
like,
into
lots of really
this
cool,
game.
fun
Everything I've always
conversation
seen
options
from
in the
it's
game, but we
been-
took that
been
even
fun.
further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something.
how
Could be
long this
something as simple as
showcase is
banging
supposed to
on a
be.
machine to get it to work.
So we've been going for an hour and a half.
After you've invested
I
in some of
expect
your
it to be
traits, your next
super long.
choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily
But
to
was there
specking
anything
for an
that you
explosive
guys liked in
specialty.
particular that you saw?
Throughout your
one
entire
with
journey, your
the,
character continues to change with the different choices you make.
The girl in the
In
red
Outer Worlds
armor
1
and stuff,
actually
with
had
very
more
stylized
skills than
fighting.
we
That seemed
have.
really
so
cool.
we condensed them down to really the core and essence
I kind of like
of
that
what we
idea
really wanted
of
there, but we made each point that you put
mid-combat
into a skill
dialogue.
much more impactful. So
That's
instead
really
of getting
cool.
small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know, just even
Clockwork
having one additional
Revolution,
skill
I
point in
believe it
something can
is.
open up a lot more options in the world.
That one I've been really excited for too. Looks very Bioshock, but Fate's End, yes. Fate's End looked really cool.
Perks than Fallout New Vegas did.
But yeah, I like how much character the person you're playing has, the dialogue, and you can change how they look and all that stuff. And I just like it. A lot of stuff is silent protagonists these days, but I like having a character that actually will say something.
There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks
Hey,
that
Matt
you
Damon.
use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies,
The
you
Anemo
could say,
game.
and it's actually giving you a permanent health
Get to
bonus
become
every
the
time you
animals
do
that you
it.
capture.
We have this perk called Assassin. Now this is an early game perk that you can take, which every
Hey, Matt
time you
Damon.
stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement
game are you
bonus for a
excited
certain
for?
amount of time.
This game. Oh, stabbed him right in the... Well,
Flaws were
you know.
a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we
Yeah.
wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted
Yeah.
it to really
The
reflect
cast name is Matt Damon. My mom named him.
bonus that you actually wanted
And
to really engage with.
I took
With
him
the
in.
flaw system returning, we knew we
And he
needed
just
to go
responds to Matt
bigger,
Damon.
better, and more real than ever
It's either
before.
that or
So,
Cornflake.
we turned to the team. I told
yeah.
them, no bad ideas.
He's a good boy.
Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I
You
have
want to say hi, Matt Damon?
bad knees,
You have bad knees. They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
no cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game. It's a good flaw. What about you?
Sorry, I'm just smacking my mic stand.
Sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing.
Make yourself comfortable.
What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire. Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
Grounded.
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong.
Grounded
You
2
can't
looks fun.
steal Things, okay?
Like, it was fun,
It's an
the
amazing
first
flaw
one.
that I'm putting in the game. But you're a bad person.
But
And are you the one that took my
I'm
staple?
glad they're doing
Yeah. Give it back.
a sequel to that one.
Please. You. What do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
An hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something
Are you
called
comfortable?
bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is,
What are you trying to
anytime you
do?
stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
This
This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can
Just
actually
your
sell it for more
character's
bits
knees
than normal,
cracking
and, like,
before you
that sounds really
assassinate
great.
someone.
The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at
That's the
things
kind of
in the world
immersive
that are owned by
gameplay we
somebody
need.
else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw.
Yeah, I was just like, man, that's just me if I were to like crouch behind somebody's stand up. Just like crunch.
Ever fully empty your magazine? You're gonna
Definitely targeting the millennial audience for sure.
While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors, or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact of these character build options better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island.
The bridge.
Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, you know, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing.
Sure, as long as you
just
open
take
up the bridge for
everyone
me.
else inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
Probably what I'll be doing if I play this game.
You could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side.
Okay, I'll probably be doing that. With my cracking knees.
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from
Why are you
poison
biting
gas
me?
as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Vrees if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit,
Perfect.
I'm surprised we could come
Perfect
to an
way to get rid of an annoying
But I
companion.
thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in. Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury.
And I love these games, and it's like, oh, it looks cool. I want to play through them, but nowadays, just having so much of a time sink in these things just makes it really hard to play them.
But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in
But
space-time.
it is
cutting
cool.
off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to
For
Arcadia
now.
as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate their resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music. Each station might have, like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of
cool.
stuff. But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium
If you join the Space Nazis, they will sing your praises.
believed to be caused by Anti's Choice malefactors have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken auto mechanics.
Oh yeah, the remodeling one. That looks interesting. Like just having a musical within the game, but also power wash simulator kind of things, but also a cosmic horror kind of thing. It looks, yeah, I'm excited for that one.
There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too.
Looks
As usual,
very
each has their own
trippy.
quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly
cool.
mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help. There's also a cultist named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the Rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Anti's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a Protectorate Arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either judge wrongdoers,
that's what it's seeming like.
or show them what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game
With
based
the
on how
few
you've been
little
treating your
gameplay
companions.
stuff
I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's
sprinkled
say
in.
If you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Team Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little nut.
Oh God.
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Anti's
Yeah.
Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting.
Like, I know this game's known for being
Evolution is
funny,
seen across
but
all aspects of the game.
feels a little try hard with having the actor on
How do
there.
you militarize everything?
But at least it's not the
Capitalist or mathematics
worst
scientist? In a World War
celebrity
I setting,
they've had
war
on
comes with
shows like
propaganda.
this.
The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Anti's Choice uses it to help their bottom line.
At least it's not the
within the grand plan.
guy who helped announce the No Man's Sky whenever it first released, Joel McHale. Oh God. That guy just accepted a check and was like, let's get this over with.
Has recently been taken over by Anti's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man. Showing the town's evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of The Outer Worlds 2 was making sure
He's trying to
everything
get
is
his toy in
clear and
the
recognizable
closet.
from the player's standpoint.
Yeah, he's the voice actor for Sonic, and I never really knew about him before that, but I've seen him on like a few podcasts, on like Kind of Funny podcasts and all that.
Who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about.
Yeah, and he's been on Game Grumps too, which, like, that's why I'm like, okay, it's a little cheesy here and there, but I know the type of actor you are, so you're cool. But it's also kind of like, it wasn't necessarily needed in this behind the scene. But I get it. They're trying to sell the humor of the game and that they have it.
Environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle, and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore and have fun.
The movie Sonic. He played the voice actor, or the voice on Sonic movies.
We've aimed to make everything in the Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom.
He's the game voice actor. I know he changed recently, but it's not him. This guy's just one for the movies.
A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better
sitting on
in
the
every
stool.
way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought, we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this. And I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
And they're not necessarily personalities for the camera, so I get it.
In the Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark. I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C.
Yeah. Honestly, especially these days where it's like budget and crunch is way up there. And you can't even like give them enough of a reprieve to actually enjoy what they're making.
I am terrified of online gamers. Okay,
that's why I like smaller games and stuff, just because like get more creative with the style and the storytelling. It doesn't have to be the most graphically intense game. And don't spend 7 years on it. Just give me one for like that you've been working on for 2 or 3 years. It has good story, gameplay, and decent graphics that I can enjoy. Yeah, shareholders. God. I do know that there was a pretty big unionization within, I think it was Bethesda or Activision under Microsoft. It was like 200 plus people signed it, and that's good. I want to see more unionization in games because honestly, it needs it.
And how do we end it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For the Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how a unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new
I remember I used to watch these.
a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Bourse Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades, or can even be eaten by the player for additional health. We have a weapon called Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rampant in the gaming industry. Like, it used to just be like, oh, EA is doing this, or you know, Activision's doing this. Now it's like you got Microsoft, Sony, EA, all of these big names that we used to know, and then it's just like, oh, let's close them down. But yeah, And then you got all the AI stuff that people are trying to pour more into and have do the work of what these guys are doing, but you won't ever be able to match that. I mean, maybe in like years from now, but it just sucks that that's where a lot of it's going.
And even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly. And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the shrink ray.
It's unfortunate because you hear about it all the time, and it's just like, oh, this game was massively successful. We had player engagement up to this, and it was fun, and did great, got good reviews. 2 months later, we have let go half of the team and put them on this other game.
And we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies. They wanted to kick them.
I mean, I kind of like this behind the scenes stuff. Right now, I mean, I'm not super interested in this game in particular. I like seeing the behind the stuff, like the Bungie Vidoc days for Halo and stuff. I would always love seeing those games. And for like Starfield, whenever they had the behind the scenes, I watched that and I was interested in seeing. It's just, I think it's all a matter of just people's interest. But sometimes it can feel a little long in the tooth. It's like, okay, this is fun and all, but you know, someone's really excited about this. It's just not me.
You'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do.
Like if this was Fable,
One of my personal favorite
I would be watching every second of it.
This is a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path.
And I do know that Microsoft tries to show a lot of like how cool their stuff is to people, because I know they've been on the back foot for a while. Oh, interesting. And they try to cater to that kind of E3 style of revealing games. So I kind of see why they're doing it, but also it's just like, if you're not really into it, then it's just a long documentary.
Third-person perspective. Why not allow both? Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like.
Could you not do that in the last game?
One of the things I really like about having the third-person mode is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with. All of the actions that you could do in first person, so you're double jumping around, you can see
E3.
your character in that way.
The good old days.
Take in the world and see things in a
I remember growing up, we had Dish and it had a DVR, and we would record it. And then our parents would be like, hey, you better get that, you better watch that show, otherwise we're going to delete it. And we had a DVD recorder, so we would record the E3 stuff and then delete it off our DVR so that me and my brother could watch it back later. It was a lot of fun.
Project Studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year.
No, they try. Well, the good E3s, yeah, probably around the 2000s. But I think the last attempted E3 was back in 2022.
We have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us.
Yeah, that was when E3 was good, when G4 and Tech TV were recording it and doing all that stuff with Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb. But yeah, later on days, it was just like too expensive. I think it was from Nintendo and Sony making the choice to be like, hey, we can save a lot of money just by doing this live stream. And then everybody started doing that. And so the point of E3, having booths and, you know, media outlets, just there was really no point.
With the Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play.
Yeah,
which is also
smartphones too.
the promise of
Like
Xbox.
YouTube, you
play
could
the Outer
just
Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful
with
holes.
YouTube and your phones and stuff, there was really no need to have a booth. You could just upload it and get views and revenue from all the commercials and stuff. So I get it.
Play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays the Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. Now, this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play the Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything on this. I guess Bread. You ever play Bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any...
Are they showing Grounded 2?
It doesn't matter.
As
Either
well?
way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team. And big exit.
Grounded 2. Oh man, that music's kind of take me back to whenever we would play it around like the fall season.
Proud of Grounded. What started as a small passion project
It's a good relaxing game.
where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together.
Bugs
You
are
all
cool.
helped make the entire experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. I had to grease some palms to steal a bit of time from the direct to give you a deeper look. There were so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game, so with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger. To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal. Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world, the Brook Hollow Community Park.
Interesting.
When we started working on Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world.
I
Fortunately for
think
us,
it does.
Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing
I'm pretty
Grounded
sure.
2. They have a lot of similarities.
I'll have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it allowed split screen.
They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make games with great gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and honored to be working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios share a
Does it
lot
not?
of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us.
I could have swore they
Social
made it
consequences, player
split screen, but
and doing
I
justice
mean,
to great IPs and great franchises.
oh yeah, that's right.
We're the partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise.
Alice and I, we would play it, and we had 2 TVs set up in here, and she was playing on hers, and I was playing on mine.
The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max,
2 copies are Game Pass,
Willow,
so
and Pete.
that's how we were playing it.
Years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different, but we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world, but was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size.
Yeah, I mean,
Wonders when you're the size of an ant.
cat's on the move. I think they have it on all platforms now with like PlayStation, and I think they released it on Steam
brand new way.
not too long ago.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated.
So I
really
imagine this will be
quickly right
multi-platform
before
as
our
well.
teams were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in...
And I mostly play on Steam these days.
to
Like, I
really
still have my
find
Xbox,
storytelling,
but
it also leads into the creation
that's mostly just
of
because I
amazing
have a huge library on that
characters to
I can go
explore.
back to
One of
now
my
and then.
favorite examples of this is
But
the ice cream cart.
my Steam library
With all
is
the
definitely
commotion,
getting a lot bigger these
The ice
days.
cream vendor's cart has been knocked
Oh,
over,
cat.
and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to
Why are
explore
you rubbing up on the
this
mouse?
frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
It definitely looks like they're
One anthill that's actually
giving you more like
somebody
armor and
decided
weapon
to
options.
bury a bunch of toxic
I remember
stuff
that
in the
being
park.
kind of a
So there's all
a
these
hard
toxic
thing to
chemicals underground. The environment
to
looks very
do.
cool and very spooky.
There you
with all
go,
these
Steam
sort of
cells.
chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there.
Just wait
except
for a new
one type of
game for
insect.
2 months and it'll be half off on Steam.
We're oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're going to see a
Hi,
ton of new
dogs.
stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just
Well.
want it to look better, we also
Hey,
knew
guns.
we wanted to add a new layer of strategy. The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all that too, but there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to both get
Oh,
out of
nice.
danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool.
I'm glad they're working on the combat because that was one it was just kind of like basic
We're
attacks.
leaning into clear play styles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues, effect wielding mages,
Yeah,
and ranged hunters.
honestly, like I play a lot of indie games mostly these days. Just
There were weapons and armors that
indie
favored
games
different
mostly these
play
days, just
styles.
because they
We
have
wanted to
interesting
not only
stories.
will there be passive mutations, but there will also
Still
be
get a little bit of
active
FOMO now and then, but not
and a lot of
a
those
whole lot.
mutations support these
Like
archetypes.
Death Stranding 2 is coming out, and I really enjoyed the first one. But until it gets released on Steam, I'm just not gonna worry about playing it for like the first 2 years that you gotta wait for it to come out on
Now,
PC.
You can even dual wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin,
Yeah, no,
and
the
armor
combat
band
looks
mutations with the
much
wolf bane
better.
daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage that also
That's
inflicts
cool.
venom. Then I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos
Yeah.
in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing
And
what
it's like
wild
you might
combos the community comes up with,
uh,
and what they
get a
inevitably
cheap
break
game,
once they
but
get
you,
their hands
it might
on the
also be
archetype
one of your
system.
favorite games you
It's
ever
gonna be
play
awesome
because
watching it evolve with player
someone
feedback,
took the time to actually put care and love into mechanics and story and not like a whole bunch of high-end graphics. And then sometimes when those games release, they just release into a sale right away, and it's like, oh yeah, I'll get this. Next thing you know, you have like 10 indie games that you bought.
I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friend's seeds. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
We're also trying to make sure that armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for
Nice.
since the very first Grounded release. Mounts.
Yeah, there was one that I played on there. It was called Fossil Fuel 2. I need to like edit the videos that I have for that one, but that one, it was just a first-person dinosaur horror game, and it didn't have crazy awesome graphics. It was just a FPS shooter, and yeah, I put so many hours into that game. It's a lot of fun.
And building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on player playstyles throughout the game.
Just sounds
we're gonna
really
make sure
good.
that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
That one had like a lot of style to it. Getting over it, oh god. I don't think I have the constitution to play Getting Over It. I would break too many things.
Combat, and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off, and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support. The
That's
Orweaver
cool.
buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat.
Yes, I agree 100%.
Their defenses aren't super strong, but
Graphics
they're
are nice and they're fun, but
fast and they have some great
gameplay,
special
mechanics,
abilities, like a
story,
spring that
all
allows
that
them to
stuff,
stun lesser-powered insects,
much more important.
and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that.
Ooh.
But they're super fun for exploration and combat.
Okay.
Red Ant Soldiers and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at game preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the two we're starting with.
Well, that's
The
fun.
connection that our grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to game preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like the game's not done and it's out to the world. But there's so much value in building it alongside.
That was
the community.
terrifying.
Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy
Not sure what that
experience
is.
and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the original Grounded, and we wanted to
Are these games that you've
for both
played
park,
before?
archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building.
I don't know how people blazed through the story of the last game. That was...
to the survival genre. So this time,
You had to do so much to get to the end game. And then when you got there, there was a lot of hard enemies.
On a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around, we're leaning
Okay,
even
I'll have to
more
look into it.
and we'll be keeping a close eye on what
I've not
our
heard of
players
that one
discover
yet.
and how they interpret it. Because you never know what might inspire us as development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1. We found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pacing and scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So, that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect in our big
Normally wouldn't like hearing something like that from a developer, but with these people, like, they definitely held up that end of the bargain for preview. Just communicated with the community, really found the bugs and and got the last Grounded into a really good spot. So
On buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning
hopefully
Grounded
they
player,
keep that
we're
up in
really
this one.
looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely
Weird
new
question to
feel
ask, you know?
awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Cool. Definitely excited for this one. Yeah, a lot better. July 29th in October. Oh, this is where they got their montage at the end. Okay, well, that was the Xbox preview showcase of all their games. Right now this is like my first ever live stream on YouTube, testing it out. possibly do more in the future, but right now I'm only on YouTube. Trying to get that figured out for sure. Like, I figured this out 5 minutes before the game went live, or the show went live. I had to get my microphone and game audio playing, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right, this is either gonna work or not. So, but for right now, just YouTube. And if I figure out more of this, I'll look into streaming on Twitch and all that. But yeah, that was the Xbox Game Showcase. I really enjoyed it. A lot of cool stuff. I really liked seeing all of the indie developed stuff, and that game is gonna be fun. The Power Wash renovation one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for joining me. That was a lot of fun. And hope you saw some games that you guys are excited for. I'm looking forward to it. The cool thing about the Xbox Showcase is that a lot of it is coming to the Game Pass like platform, and you can always try it out. If you don't like it, cancel the membership that week or that month and just play what you want to play. So, all right. Well, I think that is it for me today. I am kind of glad they're doing the Final Fantasy stuff, because I know a lot of people really want that on the Xbox platform. So it'll be cool. But anyways, that will be it for me. Yeah, I've got a few. I installed some yesterday, but they're kind of just little dots and look like Christmas lights. But yeah, the setup and stuff is ongoing, constant work. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'm excited for a lot of these things. But that's gonna do it for me today. And I'll catch you guys all in the next one. See ya.